Testing 1 2, testing 1 2.
I grew up in Marietta, Georgia. It's about 30 minutes north of Atlanta, Georgia. But I tell people, though I grew up in Georgia, I also claim Cajun roots. My entire family's from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. My grandparents, my grandmother, still to this day live 4 doors down the street from each other. I typically cannot wait to go to Louisiana and have my relatives, my grandmother, my aunts, just cook a wide variety of Cajun foods. Oh my goodness, it doesn't get much better than that. So I like to tell people, yeah, I'm a Georgia boy, but I got a bit of Louisiana in me too. Yeah, so already, even now for daybreak, I come into the building singing or something, right? And it's kind of twofold. One, I love music and a wide variety of music. Some days it might be classical if I'm just trying to calm my mind, or other days it might be hip hop. I definitely, for me, love gospel, grew up in the church. Just something that can get my kind of vibes going for the day. So it really depends on the moment, but don't be surprised. You can hear me listening or belting out a wide variety of tunes. You know, there's a lot of people, they see broadcast journalism, TV news, and they'll notice, you know, you get to be in front of cameras, or you get to, you know, have an audience and all of that. But it's the ability to serve people. Whether it's somebody who feels as though there's something that has been done to them that wasn't fair and they need someone to look into it and to give them their voice to amplify it in that moment, whether it's holding leaders accountable and making sure that they are treating everyone and everything in fairness with their power, whether it's doing a story on someone who is down in their luck and we get to put their message, their story out there, and you just see the response from the community. I mean, you name it, at the very core of what we do, and in my belief, what anyone should be doing is, how do you serve others? And, you know, those things kind of factored into my decision in taking this field. For me, my parents are big inspirations for me. Obviously, a lot of people know my dad played football in the National Football League, but my mom, man, is really just an anchor for me. She's been a superhero throughout my life, really just in how she raised me, the things that she taught me, a lot of my personality, a lot of the way in which I treat people, that comes from my mom. So if you ever see me and you think that I'm doing well, just understand that my mom played a huge role in teaching me just the basics. Treat others how you would treat yourself, or you know, don't get caught up on the small things. All those kind of things, it comes from my mom. I love to work with children, teenagers, college students. A lot of my career, my time I've spent working with college students, whether it was here now working with students at Hampton and Norfolk State, or when I was in Illinois working with college students there. People may not know here, but I used to actually work at a church alongside with my duties as a journalist in Illinois, and my role was young adults, people 19 to 29. So we were constantly on college campuses, constantly working with high schoolers, and I did a lot with younger kids too. But I mean, my philosophy, for one, is you got to invest in the next generation, right? Because it's not that they are the leaders of tomorrow. In many cases, they are the leaders of now. So I like to say that it's a give and take. And I'll say this to any teachers out there. My philosophy has always been, when it comes to coming and speaking in the classrooms, if you make the request, my answer is typically yes. It's just when. So please feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to come speak to your classes. I'd love to come out and talk to your students and meet them. I love sports. I come from a sports family. My dad played professional football for 14 years. But for me, you're probably going to find me on a basketball court. I played all kind of sports in high school and dabbled in a few, recreationally in college. But I try to play basketball a few times a week. I'd like to think that I'm pretty good. So if you find me on a court, suit up, let's go to work. But I love sports, or, I write a lot, and not just like for news, obviously, but poetry, songwriting. So I try to keep it pretty, expansive with the things that I do. Probably the most joy that I've had in taking the shift, and I mean this sincerely, has been working with Ashley, Craig, and Bethany. Their energy and the way that they welcome me to the desk has been phenomenal, and I can't thank them enough. It helps when you know the people and you're friends with them and you have good relationships with them before you step into this new role. But I mean, Ashley has just been so supportive. Everyone knows, Ashley and how sweet she is, but it's the small things too that she'll think of to tell me and say, hey, this is something that, is coming up, or we typically do, or those kind of things. She's always looking out. And just to be able to come into a building at 3:30 in the morning when you've woken up at a time when most people aren't, and to have somebody who, like you, is being positive in the morning, who has a smile on her face, and you can just go off of that vibe, it goes such a long way. Ashley is amazing, and she's so funny. Bethany, man, Bethany and I are pretty close, and we have a really good relationship, a really good friendship. So getting to work with her is like a dream come true. She's so just sharp and quick, and she is just so graceful in how she approaches any friendship and any co-working relationship. And then Craig, man, I mean, what is there to say about Craig? I learn so much from him every single day, and how he conducts his business and how he is just himself. I mean, Craig, if there's anything that he is going to be, it is himself. And when I got this role, a lot of people congratulated me, but one of the more memorable calls was the one I got from Craig. And I'll never forget the words that he said that day to me, and how supportive he's been of me this entire time. And so, getting to come into a mold of a team that was already assembled, they have made it as seamless as I think it can be. And so I'm very thankful for them and excited to continue working with them.